I'm your host, James Connors, and today we have a very special guest on the program. Dr. William Walker is the new athletics director at American University. Dr. Walker, welcome to the show.
Hi, James. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Our former athletic director, Keith Gill, left AU in December to take the same position at the University of Richmond. When did you first consider the position at AU, and what was the process like?
Sure, I heard about it, when Keith was leaving, and it's a small world, so you know about those kinds of things. So I really probably started considering it in January, and I decided to throw my name in the ring for it, mainly just because American, it was the kind of place that I wanted to come to. I didn't want to leave Air Force to go to just any job as an AD. I wanted to go to a school that shared those same values, of academics first and integrity and the great student athletes that we have here. So that's what made this place really appealing to me.
Some of our varsity sports here at AU have already begun their seasons. Could you talk a little bit about the outlook you have for some of the various programs that have started already?
Sure. This fall, we have some great programs already. Volleyball has been in 2 tournaments. They've won them both. They're 6-0 right now. Yeah, undefeated, and they've only even given up 1 set. Otherwise it's been all sweeps. So volleyball's off to a fantastic start. Cross country. They've been doing real well, placing real high in the meets that they've been running in. Both soccers are playing well. Soccer's one of those sports you can dominate and still not win win the match. So they're getting ready to get in about another 2 weeks to actually get in the Patriot League play, but they're playing well also.
Bender Arena has also been given a nice makeover this summer with updated locker rooms and a redoing of the pool and even a training room upgrade. Could you talk about the project in some more detail?
Sure. Yeah, it's been something that was in the works long before I got here. So I've just been fortunate enough to be here as it's kind of coming to fruition. But it's a fantastic makeover, and the contractors and the university architect's office, everybody did a superb job this summer, taking it down the day after commencement and getting it ready by the time school started. So. Renovated all the locker rooms, and not just really renovated. I mean, knocking out walls and building new walls to build new locker rooms for each individual team instead of just having the one, general use locker like it had before. So each team has their own locker room, team room. We almost doubled the size of the training room because that way we're not having student athletes out in the hallways doing rehab and that kind of thing. So that's a huge. That was a necessity just for the safety and well-being of our student athletes. So it's a huge upgrade from what it was just 3 months ago.
Right. And the Patriot League has also been undergoing some expansion recently with the additions of Boston University and Loyola University of Maryland. Could you talk a little bit about the direction that the conference is headed with the new teams and what it means for AU athletics?
Sure. That's one of the things I really like about the Patriot League, that it's in this era of instability and conference realignment, and every day over that last year or so you're waking up and somebody was moving somewhere else. The Patriot League was pretty stable, and then actually was able to add 2 quality programs and quality institutions that are like-minded, and that's what's nice about it. BU and Loyola both share the same values as the rest of the Patriot League institutions, that focus on academics, and they're going to fit in great. And it also gets the Patriot League into 2 major markets, in Baltimore and Boston, which is great for all the rest of the programs, that exposure in those 2 major markets.
When you were hired in February, Dr. Kerwin had this to say about your qualifications for the job. He said, quote, "He has a commitment to achieving a proper balance of academic rigor and accomplishment and success in intercollegiate athletics," end quote. Could you talk about how you go about achieving that balance for the athletic department?
Sure, and I think it's a philosophy and an environment and climate that you create as a leader within the department, and all the coaches understand it and they buy into it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be at an institution like this as well. That they know that their student athletes are here to get a great education while at the same time receiving a quality Division I, NCAA Division I experience. And there's not that many institutions around the country that can provide both of those at the level that we do here. So we're going to keep fostering that. We ensure that all our coaches know, that all the recruits know, and students once they get here know that academics is the key to why they're here, that they're going to leave here with a fantastic degree. But they're also going to be able to compete at that high level and hopefully compete for some championships.
We'll end it there. Thanks to Dr. Walker for coming on the show today. I'm James Connors. Thanks for tuning in.